Alright, what's going on, traders? Hope everyone's having a good morning. So far in the day, I did take one trade this morning on SPI. I'm going to go over that trade right now in just a moment here. Alright, let me pull over the chart. Alright, so SPI here, let me pull up the stats. Did have a headline here with on SPI. It did partner with a CBD oil company. And SPI has gone on some previous runs in the past. But something you do notice on SPI, and this will get into my watches for the day. Here on SPI, you could see the open there at 680, high day at 730. So it's known to go on these quick pops. And then if you look where it closed at 420. So SPI got crushed there. Opened up at 680, hit a high at 732, and then closed at 420. So it's closing below the open. Go back here. SPI here opened up at 323, hit a high of 492, and closed there at 362. So go back here, SPI. Let me go back here. SPI opened here at 149, hit a high at 380, closed at 280. So SPI, what do we notice here? What do we notice? A trend. A trend on SPI is it's known to go in these quick rips, quick pops. Then it's known to give back its gains and close kind of near the open or even below the open. So history does repeat itself in the stock market. Obviously not all the time, but something to keep a note of. The SPI known to go on these quick morning rips and then give back its gains. So that would be something I'll probably be looking for on SPI. I'll probably be looking for some sort of short trap to get long, and then I'll wait for demand to peak on out, and then we could look for a possible short. Did reserve some borrows. We're on a little bit on the expensive side, so definitely be looking to use those borrows if possible. If not, obviously, I won't. You don't want to just trade because you pay a lot in borrows. It's not a smart thing to do. So so SPI, the stats here. Yahoo has it at 6 million. So we have a 6 million float stock here. 45% held by insiders, and short float. And there's not really much shorts in it right now. Alright, so SPI, what I see this morning, so on this initial pop, it didn't get in, it's consolidating a little bit here. It did like the volume it did on this candle here. You see it did a 49K bar in the 1 minute. So after I saw that, coupling with the 6 million float, high institutional ownership, has gone on some rips in the past, did partner up with a CBD oil, did like it for a possible long. So waited for it to consolidate here. Started getting in right in this candle here, actually. I didn't buy the dips. I was considering buying the dips. I didn't get filled. I was trying to get filled here in the dips, but I did chase it a little bit higher. So I did go a little bit smaller on the share size. So I got in right around here at this 367 mark. And I did post my chart in Discord. So I always want to be credible. Always want to be honest with you. Did post my entries and exits in Discord. So if you guys aren't in the Discord, go check it out over in there. So I got in here at this 367 mark. First target was 4. Came on up. Came to this $4 mark, and this is where I saw some red flags. This is why I did get out at the moment there. Once it got out to this $4 mark, the bids were just non-existent. You'd think on a $4 break, have a strong breakout, a strong move. Not saying it's gonna go all the way up to 5, but at least like 410, 420. But I just didn't like this breakout. The bids were non-existent, and we had a high volume soak right on after. So to me, that was a red flag. So got some out there at like 397, and I took off the rest kind of near my entry. So I had a small winner on it. Took some off here right around 4, and then the rest I broke even on it. But saw that high volume stuff, soak, and the bids were just non-existent on that breakout. If you guys recorded the tape, you guys could go back and look at it. And then came back on down, holding this 350 mark. Cracked a little bit, came down to our EMA lines here. Never cracked our EMA lines here. Put in a higher low, and now did put in some new highs there on SPI. So right at the open, what can we look for on SPI? We see if we form some sort of short trap. Ideally we get a weak open pullback to like this 350 level. Put in some higher lows, reclaim 4 and push. That would be the ideal pattern scenario that would form here on SPI this morning. So that's definitely what I want to see. on this week open, get this week open, put in a higher low, reclaim 4 and push. Could look for a possible long, and then we do have that we do have some overhead bag holder resistance, and we did have a high volume day here, right around like this $5 mark, all the way on up here. So we do have some bag holder resistance, as we get on up here on SPI. So could have some overhead supply pushing the stock on down. So definitely be looking for a possible long. If it sets on up, the price action and volume confirms, definitely go look for it then. And could be looking for a possible short, when demand peaks on out. I could look to start in short. All right, so that's kind of the deal on SPI this morning. Let me get on to ACRS. ACRS, I actually did have that winner on. You guys remember I was in this yesterday? Did have a winner on this. I did trade this off when we got off the stream. If you guys remember during the stream yesterday, I did say wait for a higher low confirmation of this reclaim of 175. And boom, once we reclaimed this our EMA lines here over that 175 mark, I did start taking some long. I called it out in the Discord chat. Rode it on up. Sold some here in 190s, and then I got the rest out over too. So I did have a nice trade on this yesterday. This set on up just like I thought it would, just like T2 did. I keep bringing up T2. They have very similar stats. T2 kind of have a similar flow to ACRS. Both in that 30 million region. Both have a high amount of institutional ownerships. Both have a decent amount of short flows. You see the stats here? Pretty similar to ACRS. You can see kind of in that 30 million. High institutional, decent amount of short floats. So they have similar stats. So that's why I compared them. I'm comparing similar stocks with similar floats, similar institutional ownership, similar short float. Could get an idea, and that paid off here. It's a very similar setup. So we'll see if we can get a possible day 2. I know I don't like longing day 2s, but sometimes you'll see these high institutional ownership plays. They don't quit. They'll be tricky. So we could definitely see this. Trapping shorts again, today. So we'll see on ACRS. I still think it's possible we could see a short trap here. I'd probably say below 160, and the trend's kind of cracked. So that's kind of that last area on ACRS that I would probably give it to. And this isn't a setup, I usually take, so I may not look for it, but, I'll definitely keep an eye on it. $2, obviously the big mark. We had trouble there yesterday, so we're going to have to reclaim $2 for any sort of short squeeze today on ACRS. So we'll see what it does at open. We'll see if it could get over, that $2 mark. We'll see if it has a weak open and holds this 160 line. So I have this 160 line mapped up. Have the $2 overhead resistance. I know a lot of shorters are going to be trying to short this prior day resistance. I'm not. With this institutional ownership, what I saw yesterday, big no for me. I'm not going to be looking for a short on this, even though it is it has this little gap down. But what I saw yesterday, that institutional ownership, we'll be avoiding on the short side today. So we'll see how it reacts around this $2 line on ACRS. Last was YUMA. YUMA, I don't really have any bias on YUMA. They did have a PR yesterday. This is day 3 of the move. Oil's getting crushed. I'm sure a lot of shorts are going to be looking for it, but this thing has just been so manipulated, the past few days on YUMA. So, I don't really want to get involved with something like this on the long or short side. I don't really see a big edge on this on YUMA. All I know is that it's going to be tricky on the short side and on the long side on YUMA. So, look at the levels on YUMA. What do you have? Yesterday's highs around 580, so we'll map up that 580 line. Gonna have some support. Look at the daily. Some support right here. Nice support around this 475 line. You can see both these A's kind of held that 475 line, so that could be an area. If you guys like it, maybe a weak open dip off that 475 line. Maybe risking like 450-ish on YUMA. We're definitely gonna have 475 support, 585 resistance, and we're gonna have what was the high day here? It's like 645. So I'll map out this 645 line. Yeah, good enough. We know it's 645. So yeah, we're gonna have like the 645, 650-ish support, 475. Resistance, 475 support, and then yesterday's highs at 585. So those are the levels on YUMA. If you want to play the stock, I'd recommend just play off the lines on this one on YUMA, and just be careful. It is day 3 of the move, so it starts to get trickier each day. All right, so that's gonna be it for the watch list this morning. So you guys know what I'm looking at. Main focus at the bell will be SPI. What's going on, Clint? BIOS has something going on. We could give that a quick look over on BIOS. BIOS, yeah, looks like had a quick, probably had some sort of news catalyst, and then it got sold off pretty hard there. You guys can see that. Probably had some sort of news, and we had a lot of profit takers here on BIOS. And you can see the charts, kind of in the upper right hand corner. So when we have, stocks up in the upper right hand corner, usually we'll see, a lot of profit takers, coming on in. And we like swinging. We like looking for stocks in the lower side, the lower right hand corner. You're slowly starting to make a reversal, like Euros. See Euros slowly starting to make that reversal. Building that ascending triangle pattern, starting to squeeze on up. Euro's actually at 260 right now, so looking pretty good on that swing. Hopefully, we could get some sort of move today on Euros. Get that $3 breakout. We had that 270 day, haven't got to those highs since, but right now it looks like we're at the 260 mark, so we are close to those levels. Just to clear things up, someone told me that my scanners are delayed. These are 100% real-time scanners, no delay. Traders have not said anything to me, so someone was spreading false information that my scanners are delayed. These are 100% real-time scanners. Yeah, these aren't delayed. I don't know who was saying that. It's the people DMing me saying, Nick, are your scanners delayed? Nope, they're not delayed. These are real-time scanners. YouTube has about a 6-second delay, so there's nothing I could do about it. And that goes for everyone. Everyone has a 6-second delay on YouTube. Yeah. It says, yeah, exactly. It says the time right there. So I don't know who was saying that. Thanks, guys. I'm going to update the scanners. Now I'm going to put it into these. There we go. Updated the scanners. I have so many scans. Just playing around with them. Throwing out some new scanners. You're the high day momentum scanner. This is going to hit. This is going to show every stock that's hitting a new high a day. It's the low float scanner. It's going to show any stocks under 10 million float that are breaking out. So I got some new scanners. Make sure they're all in real time. Yep, real time. Perfect. All right, we're good to go. Got about 2 minutes. I'm gonna hold off on having anyone else on the mic until I get it squared away. Don't want to have any more issues. So before I have Dennis back on or anyone else, I'm gonna make sure everything's good. Run some test streams before we do anything else with that. Like we said, SPI, it's just known to go on quick rips before giving back its gains. So could see some sort of short trap, and then we could see a fade on off sometime today. So we'll be eyeing both. We'll be eyeing to see if we get the short trap and squeeze, and then we'll be eyeing the possible short if it presents itself. So right out of the gates, SPI, ACRS, and I'll be watching my Euro swing also. So those are my top 3 watches, right out of open here. Make sure you guys are taking good setups. You're not giving the FOMO. And yeah, everyone good luck today. Let's all have a good trading day. Yeah, Euros is not a day trade. Euros is a swing trade. So don't expect it to trade, tons of volume. Alright, we are open here. Alright, so Euro's getting this week open. We're gonna have some support there at 350. We have some 350 support there on SPI. I don't know what's going on with my... Alright, yeah. That was weird. My broker just froze up for a second there. Alright, so we're going to have some 350 support here on SPI. So we'll see if it starts to base here at this 350 mark. Ideally, some consolidation. Ideally, we get some sort of consolidation here. Below that, we did have some support here, like 335. The structure held before. If you guys really like, you could get in here at 350, risking that that 335 line. Would be a little bit more of a riskier entry. Anticipating the reclaim and squeeze. Let's see, we got the low float scanner here, ONTX. See, so far a lot of red so far. A lot of red so far on SPI. Did have a little bit of a soak there on SPI. See a little bit of a soak there. Yeah, saw that it came down to like 340, looked really weak, and then a lot of buying volume pushed it on up. Yeah, saw that it came down. Sorry about that. So let's see right now. If you guys like it, you could look for a possible dip buy here, risking off this 335 line. Or you could wait for some higher lows. Or you could wait for a $4 reclaim. So always have some options on your hands. Or you could avoid. If this is not a setup you like to take, then no reason to take it. You know, not really looking for a bigger picture move on SPI. I'm not expecting this to be a massive squeezer. The float's 6 million. It's not a micro float, so we're not dealing with a micro float stock here. What we could see is a little squeeze, maybe like $4, 420. Maybe hover around 450, then get back its gains. I'm not in yet. No positions at the moment, other than my Euro swing. Let's see, how's ACRS looking? ACRX light volume. Just watching the tape right now, watching the volume. All right, so SPI kind of at this last area of support that we spoke about, this 335 line. Wouldn't really want to see it much lower than that, for possible long. So right now, it's kind of at this last area of support here. Other than SPI, looking around, GHSI, not really seeing too much other than SPI at the moment. Just a lot of selling volume so far in this play, since open. And there's SPI getting crushed. That's what I'm saying. You run the risk. Instead of waiting for that trend reversal, you kind of run the risk of timing the bottom of a dip, which is difficult. I mean, I do it sometimes, but it's not as easy. You're trying to time these dips. You could look at support and resistance, but who's to say it's not going to bounce here? Unless you have a really strong conviction on the name, and SPI don't have a really strong conviction on the name. This is not a micro float. It's not a former supernova. Yes, it has gone on some rips in the past. Yes, it is still a 6 million afloat with 45% held by insiders. But it's not strong. It's not strong enough for me to get in on these dips. I want to see some sort of reversal, some sort of higher low, or even a reclaim of 4 before I could get long. Let's see. Euro's nice. Euro's coming up to 270, so looking pretty good on that swing trade. I do have some $3 limit orders out to sell. Yeah, House of Hawks, House of Stocks. Yeah, Poseidon's a really funny guy. Really funny guy. Nice. Euros 272. Hitting the scanners here. Very nice. Yeah, I have a 239 average on this play. Called this swing trade out last week. And I also called LXRX. I also called LXRX out. I called this one out at like in the low $2 too. So the last two swing trading calls pretty nice. And I'm still working on my swing trading game. I'm not trying to build my confidence up. Build a good swing trading strategy up. My bread and butter is obviously my day trading. Let's see DRIO here. Very light volume. This kind of looks like the BNTC of yesterday. You guys remember that BNTC? Alright, so let's see BIOS. Keep seeing this one hit the scanners. That one got smoked before. AVGR. Oh, let me throw up another level too. I just forgot to throw up one. Let's see. I'll keep ACRS there. See if this one can get over 2. Nice, Cynthia, working on your swings too. Got 580 PM. Good luck to you. Yeah, if you guys have the money, it's definitely not a bad option. If you have another account, maybe look for some long-term investments or look for some swing trades. I wasn't able to do that until recently, until I started building, a bigger account on my main account. Then I was able to transfer some money over to, a swing trading and a long-term investing account. So let's see, SPI, no singles yet on SPI, guys. No singles yet on this one. So no reason to get in. See NBY. NBY former runner, yeah. Remember this one. This one was a beast. You have any news here on NBY? Not seeing any news here on Yahoo Finance. Yeah, I meant singles. Singles, yep. Yeah, no news there on NBY. It does look like it's starting to slowly curling up for a reversal. It does have did have a recent high volume day. Oh, Oliver is posting some news. Just a buy rating, yeah. Yeah, a lot of buy ratings are just BS, but I guess some traders are flocking over towards NBY because it's kind of slow right now. So you definitely see some pumps start to come on up. Traders are bored right now. Yesterday was a little slow, and now so far this morning's a little bit on the slower side as well. You can look over to the low float scanner a little bit. The SPI dying. It's too bad we couldn't even get a long or short on it, you know. I was gonna look the nail at both the nail on the short and long, but just didn't get a pop at open. So let's see, just searching around. I could always start looking around maybe for some other swing trades. You know, it's just I usually find my swing trades. Usually I'll find them through FinViz, or I'll find them through like clicking on the scanner here. You know, I'll see what stocks are hitting higher days. You can see that daily chart's terrible there. FHL. That's not a bad daily on FHL, but kind of building an ascending triangle pattern, but a little bit on the higher side. You know, maybe I'll do that towards the end of the stream. You know, I'll look around for maybe some like, you know, swing trading potential setups. You also have to look into the fundamentals a little bit too. Like NTEC, I kind of like this one for a swing trade, but then I looked and it had a big ATM. So that kind of stared me off from looking for that one. Here's ACRS here. ACRS slowly starting to make a little bit of a reversal here on ACRS. So I'm gonna watch this a little bit here on ACRS. ATM is an at the market offering. You know, if you look on you know, BAM SEC, or you know, they usually you usually be an S3 or an F3. So I'll show you real quick. Do it real quick. You usually have a shelf registration, and then you usually form a 424B5, and usually that will say, you know, what it is. And I don't really want to speak too much about the fundamental side, because you know, that's kind of my my weaker side of my trading. You know, fundamentals. So you know, if you enter Discord chat, you could maybe DM someone like Tom K or Poseidon. You know, they're much more knowledgeable in that than I am. You know, I'm more of a technical trader. You know, momentum trader. You know, good at reading the tape, price action, volume. SPI coming up a little bit here, but this one's gonna have to prove itself to me before I get involved with it. We'll check it out around the 350 level. So just looking around right now, guys. Looking around. Kind of just a waiting game right now. Waiting for SPI to, possibly make a reversal here. Maybe ACRS if this one could get more volume towards it. Actually, cool little side story. It's kind of related to trading, but I was actually talking to my buddy the other day. He goes to Penn State University, and he's like the president of like the trading club there. He trades forex. He trades some U.S. equities. But he was asking me, he's like, Nick, like, would you be interested in coming here and speaking to all the traders at Penn State? I'm like, hell yeah, that'd be sick. So I may set something up with him where me and Alex, go to Penn State and speak in front of like all the traders there, a part of the trading club. So I thought that was pretty cool. It's a cool story to share with you guys. I'll definitely be recording it, live streaming it, or I'll probably just make a video of it and post it to the channel. So definitely stay tuned for that. Yeah, I'll definitely shout you guys out. No, it would be really cool. I don't know if I could set this up, kind of a long shot, but if like I could live trade there and have you guys there on the live stream, like that would be really sick if I could do that. But that would be tough to set it up. Like I'll ask him. I'll be like, hey, can I come during a weekday and like set it up where I could live trade and have my stream going? Thanks, guys. Yeah, it's gonna be exciting. I never like publicly spoke, in front of anyone besides like college presentations or like high school. He said it would be a pretty big crowd. He's like, it'll probably be like 100 people. Yeah, Meester, that would be a lot of pressure, right? I feel like I'd have to have a green day, or yeah, that would be a lot of pressure. Yeah, he was saying that they meet on Sundays, so it would be a Sunday thing. But maybe I could ask him if he could do like Monday or Tuesday. But we'll see. I'll definitely update you guys on that. I'm definitely gonna schedule something with him, and whether I do it on the weekend or weekdays, I'll definitely schedule something out with him. But all right, back to trading. Let's see. Yeah, SPI's it's slowly starting to consolidate a little bit sideways, but slowly. So we'll see if we can start to like clear some 340s, 350s here. Volume pretty low here at the moment. Yeah, so just keeping an eye on it. Check out the Euro swing. Euro's sitting in around the 260s. Yeah, I had a small winner this morning, SPI. I had a small trade on this pre-market. I went over that in the pre-market analysis. Make sure you guys are here early. I start around 9:10. Do my pre-market analysis from like 9:10 to like 9:25. So make sure you guys tune into the stream early. And I'm probably gonna put my scanners up a little bit early. I put them up around like 8:30 today. So tomorrow I'll probably do the same. I'll probably put them up around 8:30 ish. Cause some people was asking me if if I could have the scanners up earlier for them, and I could definitely do that. SPI there. Yeah, looks like it's it for SPI there. Looks like it's game over there. NSPR. Check it out. Wow. Nice reclaim there, SPI. Had like a pretty strong like hammer candle there. Nice. Nice little hammer candle there. Sorry guys, I was swinging my throat. I was trying to grab a quick drink. Make sure you guys are being strategic traders. You wanna trade like professionals. You wanna have a trading strategy, a trading playbook. You wanna have proper risk management, proper exits, proper targets. Be prepared every day. Have a watch. Just have a game plan. You want to trade like professionals here. If you guys want to make it long in this business, those are key things you need in your trading. Go watch my video called The Trading Process. It goes all behind the scenes of what I do to prepare for each day. That's how you're gonna make it. I've seen a lot of people, guys, a lot of people, come and go. The past 3 years, I had close buddies I was with. Now they're, working a 9 to 5. You know, it's sad. It's sad seeing a lot of people go. But it's just the reality of trading. 90% of them are gonna fail. If you want to be in the 10%, you gotta do what the 10% is doing. It's a good point there, Stock Block. Give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. But hold that thought, Stock Block. I want to touch up on that when I get back. Yeah, Stock Block, great point there. These days really test your discipline skills. Days like this, days like yesterday, the slow times are when a lot of traders, lose money because they're so eager to trade. They have FOMO, and they get into these crappy pumps, like probably like something like ANY. I'm not saying this could be a pump. We still got to see more, but I'm just saying like stocks like these are like when people get into trouble. It's slow. Someone will be pumping something. You'll be like getting the phone. You're like, oh, I want to trade today. So bored, and then you'll take trades out of boredom, and that's when you get into deep trouble. That's why having a good structure, a good process, helps you avoid, that urge to want to trade every day. Having that structure will increase your discipline skills, and you'll start to avoid, things like this. Hope that makes sense. ACRS could definitely have. I could definitely see it having some sort of short squeeze today. $2 would be a key level though on ACRS. I may not play it, but keep it on watch. It's a good question, Stockblock. Um, It's not like I wouldn't trade something that has low institutional ownership, but it just strengthens my conviction when it has higher. So it's not like I will completely avoid something that has low institutional ownership. I think GLBS has low. Yeah, is GLBS kind of low, like 17%, not great, but this thing rips when this thing gets volume. Look at this. This thing's a beast GLBS. Trying to think what else. A lot of its stock block is seeing it's a former runner. You know, it could have like 10% institutional or like 10% insider, but if it's a former runner, definitely strengthens the conviction that it'll go on another run. Like GLBS been pretty dormant for a while, so this thing definitely see GLBS go soon. Shipper season coming up too, so maybe GLBS could be a swing in the future. Wow, George, thank you, man. That means a lot. That really means a lot. Thank you. Jason, yeah, 100%. 100%. Here's SPI. ONTX halted. ONTX halted here. And there's SPI slowly creeping on up, coming up to 350 here on SPI. So coming up to 350 here. I want to see how it reacts around 350 because it could definitely stuff here at 350. You know, so far each pop has been sold into pretty heavily on SPI. I'm not in yet. I'll let you guys know if I do enter. You know, I think it would be better if we could base over 350. You know, right there we just tapped it, and now we're having a little bit of a pullback here. Alright, ONTX has a headline. Terminates out there is nothing. So we'll watch it after the unhalt on ONTX. Let me check the float on it, check some statistics on it. I'll put it on the bottom level too. I'll still watch ACRS on my other monitor. Let's see ONTX real quick. That daily chart's crappy there on ONTX. Not a good daily chart there. I think I remember this going on one spike. I actually remember playing it on the live stream on ONTX. So you can see it's not really, it doesn't have a large history of going on rips on ONTX. Maybe one right here. This is probably when I played it. So not really a history of run. You can see it does have 59% institutional ownership. Probably. So we could watch after the unhalt here. But what do you guys know? If you guys been here in the stream, most of these halts you've been seeing recently, have just been getting crushed. They'll get halted and then they'll just get dumped on right after. Most likely a chat pump. Most likely a chat pump board. It's slow right now, and they're just trying to pump something up. I'm watching SPI. I'm watching it. I'm not in yet. Not in yet on SPI. Just watching it. Slowly starting to curl. Just watching the tape. ACRS slowly creeping on up too.
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
Shut up, Siri. Alright, ONTX unhalted. Do kind of like ACRS for like a slow grind today. ONTX. Let's see what ONTX does here. Kind of curious. Looks like a chat pump. Probably dump below 2 on ONTX. SPI slowly consolidating above 350, so I kind of like this action here on SPI. Not in anything yet. Not in anything. Obviously, I'm in my Euro swing, but not in any day trades at the moment. Watching SPI and ACRS, my two top favorite plays at the moment. ONTX does have news. They canceled their dilution, but just has the look of a chat pump. SPI needs the base above 350. It needs the base above 350 here. So 350 on the bid. It's got to hold. Just not convinced on it. I'm not convinced on this price action on SPI to get in. You know, you gotta remember this is not a micro float on SPI. It's not a micro float. It's 6 million in float. Still low, but not a micro float. So it's gonna need a good amount of volume for it to really go. Nice one, stock block. Good commentary. Yep. Lots of bag holders overhead. Let's see, ONTX. Let's not even keep up ONTX right here. I mean, it's holding above $2, but it's just not something I play. Let's put back on ACRS. ACRS is a slow one, but Brandon, I'm not delayed 5 minutes. I'm not 100% real time. I don't know who keeps spreading these rumors that I'm delayed. Kind of get me frustrated that like 3 people DM me saying I'm delayed. Probably some mods from these other rooms probably some mods from Precision Day Trading are spreading those false rumors. Yeah, come on. Anyone who says that's getting banned now. Anyone who comes on the stream saying I'm delayed is getting banned. I don't like banning any people, but I just don't like people spreading false misinformation. Yeah, guys, but don't spread hate though. That's not what I'm about. I don't want anyone spreading hate and going on their channel and saying, "Oh, you guys suck." Like I don't want to. That's not what I want here. But what I don't like is people spreading false information. Like that gets me like annoyed. We're all here to learn, all here to become better traders and make money. That's what this is about. That's right. Let's see. SPI failed rejection of VWAP. Came up to VWAP, put in a ton of upper shadows. Wasn't convinced on this price action, and it failed, rejected, and now it's back at 330. ACRS slow grinder. Let's see JHCI. I think someone asked me about this daily. Let me look at it. Man, SPI does these weird candles. You see that? Like, just all of a sudden, just big soaking. Now back at 350. I've seen it do that a few times now. Yeah, see that? Definitely some sketchy price action here. Feels very trappy. Feels very trappy on SPI here. Could definitely scare some shorts out. Thing is, they're doing it on both sides. You know, like they'll soak it on the dips and on the pops. They'll soak it on the ask. So it's like tough. There definitely gains being played here. You know, it's I don't really want to get involved with something that I don't have like a strong conviction on. You know. Definitely interesting, though. Definitely interesting price action this morning on this play. All right, Brandon, you're gone. Not dealing with these trolls. ONTX curling. Oh yeah, GHSI. I forgot to look at this. Let me look at it. Nice little ABCD pattern here on GHSI, excuse me. I mean, the daily's kind of been beat. Just had two high volume days. Pretty beat that daily, but did have a high volume day yesterday. Now today it's doing some good volume. Probably has a lot of overhead bag stuck. So you're not seeing a ton on it. Maybe like a dead cat bounce. So Yeah, not really. I don't know. SPI. I mean, this to me it's like a 50-50 right now in SPI. It's really a 50-50 here. Euro starting to curl. Hopefully, get a nice payday today on Euros on that swing. Been in it for a while. You know, watch the tape on the pops. Watch the tape on the pops. You know, each time we got over this 360, it's soaked. So let's watch the tape here. All right, here we go. Here's the test. Look at 365 there. 365 there soaked. So watch it again as we keep coming up here. See a lot of trouble here in the 360s. Yeah, I don't have book map right now, but my guess would be is definitely a hidden seller here in the 360s. Either loading up a big short or unloading a big long position. And you can see at 365 level, giving it a lot of trouble. Let's see. Let's see if we can push over it now. That's why I like playing like these micro floats a little bit better. Obviously nothing wrong with playing something like this, but micro floats. Just love the range on them, love the volatility on them. A little bit choppy or something like this. So again 360s again. A lot of trouble up here. A lot of trouble in this 360 area. We could clear 360s. Maybe we could get some momentum and push. Yeah. So there's three. If we break, I definitely think if we could break this 360s, we could definitely push here. House of Stocks. I'm not sure why GHSI is moving. I'm not really a big fan of playing stocks under $1. There it is, SPI. A little bit of a crack there. Yeah, so no trades for me yet. You guys see, we had a doji star there. Had a doji star there and then a red candle. There's a lot of indecision up there in the 360s. Clearly a seller there. There's clearly someone unloading there or loading up a big short position. But then again, at the same time, each dip has been bought up so far as well. So we do have some conflicting factors here. So that's why I'm kind of sitting it out right now. I'm not seeing a clear-cut edge. You can see that dip right there. Boom, bought back up. Definitely see some manipulation here. Definitely some buyers. Same time, there's some big sellers. So I definitely think 370 is gonna need the clear for a push. So you guys see, now we see a big buyer here at 360. Now we're seeing a big buyer here at 360. Confusing us here, SPI. Come on. Got to show his true colors, Yeah, perfect. Yeah, definitely a good analogy. It's tug of war right now. You could even look for a small long over like 370. Smaller size long for a push to 4. So I think once we clear 360s, we could definitely be seeing a push up to 4. Now 47K at 350 now. 47K at 350. Yeah, we saw this. We saw this like what was it? 2 days ago. Can't remember the ticker, but I was in it for like 3 hours, and it finally made its move. So who knows? This could go on for a long time on SPI. Just channeling here before it makes a move to the upside or downside. So we got to see. But clearly we have 370 resistance. This 370 line. You probably map out like this 345 line. Just kind of the channel we've been in for, what has it been like? It's like 25 minutes. Yeah, since like 10:10 here. We had a little crack, but we'll see on SPI. Some bigger volume coming in here on SPI. We tapped 370 there. You guys saw that. Didn't break 370. We tapped it. Let's see. Huge unloading there into that pop. My back. All right. Got like disconnected for a second there. Yeah, you can see huge amount of selling to that pop into 370. You want to see this 350 line hold, You want to see this 350 line hold on SPI here. Yeah, Euros is looking good. Hopefully you could get a push today, and I could look to you lock in some profits there. Nice steady uptrend since like 9:45. Catch you later, Dreambox. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, come to a little bit. The only difference is, Yuma's 800K in float, which is a pretty big difference. But I definitely see what you're saying. ONTX, the pump continuing to move. That is one ugly daily chart on ONTX. Chat pump eyes, I don't think a chat pump's looking for like a 41 million in float stock to pump. Have a good one, Ronan. All right, let's see SPI. Hopefully, you get something, some sort of move, during the stream. Nelson, not in anything right now. Oh yeah, come to. Yeah, you're right. It was Yuma. I remember now. Yep, do remember that now. Yeah, I remember I got in that during the stream, and then I think it took to like 1 or 2 o'clock for it to make its move. But it was nice. When it made the move, it was really nice. Hey, at least we got some action today, right? Hopefully SPI can make a move soon, though. Did want to, look for a swing, another swing, but I don't know if we'll have time for that today. Yeah, I feel the same way, man. I feel the same way. This is boring on SPI. It's just going sideways, trading like a blue chip, like an AMD or something. Yeah, make sure you guys are in Discord. Alex has a pretty good game plan today for the Fed talk, so make sure you guys are tuning into the Discord and hearing what Alex has to say. He's coming up with some pretty good plan for if Fed cuts rates or they raise, what he's gonna do with the SPI calls or puts. Nah, he's playing the calls or puts. All right, so 10:45 right now. Let's see. Come on, SPI. Let's choose a direction here. DJ is not really any like special indicator that will time a dip. No one could really, no indicator could really time a dip. A lot of it's going off support and resistance. But what I do find pretty good is 72.89. This is the 3 minute. 3 minute time is pretty nicely on the dip here on SPI. So usually like to be in a 3 minute or 1 minute time frame. So now the 1 minute, it's like the 1 minute looks. Usually this is good for like a curl and reclaim on this on these lines. Usually we'll see like an under over and then reclaim and push. So those are the indicators I use. I know a lot of people use the 9 EMA and they use the 200 EMA. Those are also popular ones on like the 1 minute, 3 minute time frames. Yeah, I'll probably give it, guys, like maybe like 10, 15 more minutes. Like pretty boring action here on SPI. Since like 10:15 ish, just sideways for a long time now. This guy's getting slowly chipped here. Let's see if he refreshes the order or if he's gonna stay at 25, 28K. Yeah, see, look at that. He's refreshing the order. Clearly a soaker there. Refreshing there at 350. You guys can see that, right? Clearly refreshing the order there. Clearly propping 350, and there's a big soaker too at 360. So just back and forth. For me, at least for me, this is no edge trading. No edge trading right now in SPI. Kind of gambling, of getting in. At least for me, everyone has their own strategy, their own thoughts about trading. But for me, this would be gambling if I got in. That's not what I hear him to do. Yeah, refreshing, just like a tape reading term, I use, when you see when you see orders, get chipped and then they start to slowly refresh that order. That's what I mean by that. There's other examples of like refreshing where, it'll be at $4, a lot of selling, and then boom, just reappears like big orders. For me, that's refreshing also. It's something I use when I'm reading the tape. Look for, refreshing orders. Thank you, gamer. Yeah, guys, I'm trying to share like as much knowledge as I could give away. Obviously, there's a few things like certain setups. I'll give you guys all hints and stuff, but like I'm not gonna like give you like all my setups. I'll give you as much hints as possible. That's like 3 years of hard work. I'd be giving away, but yeah, I try to give as much knowledge as I can away. Yeah, it's the trader lingo. Yeah, I know everyone's here to learn, get better, improve, and make money. You know, try to have fun too in here. That's what this channel is about. That's why I created this channel. Yeah, that's why it's best to close it down sometimes. If you have that like urge to trade when it's not smart to, it's be best to close down the broker and just maybe keep it up on your I don't know if you have a cell phone or even just watch the live stream. What I usually do, I download like TD Ameritrade trading app, and when I get off, I'll just be hanging on that app, and I don't have any money in there, so I can't even trade anyway. So that's what I usually do to when I hop off, I'll be on like the trade app. All right, guys, I'm gonna give like maybe like 7, 8 more minutes. This is pretty brutal here on SPI. Know what I'll do? Maybe I'll look for like swing trades, like lunch hours or power hour or something, and see what I could find. Obviously, you don't want to force anything either. Usually, they just come to you. You kind of just see them, like just spotting them out. Like, click on the scanners. See a good setup. That's what I'll do. I'll just go through. Scanners and just see what I find. Oh, these are really crappy daily charts. Alright, yeah. Play around with that later. Doji Space? Is that a website? Never heard of it. There's AVGR. Someone mentioned this to me. AVGR. ONTX. ONTX not bad. Not bad ONTX. Did give that feel of like a chat pump when it started off, but slowly holding its gains. Still wouldn't get involved with it. Just not like in the price action. The volume's not good enough for me, but definitely squeezing out some early shorts who probably had the same you know thought that it was a an initial chat pump. Nice, thanks, gamer. I'll definitely check that out. When I get off the stream. So I'll give it 4 more minutes. So if you guys have any last questions, I'll be happy to answer them. 4 more minutes, and I'll wrap it up. Oh, you're making fiat? Thank you, Trading Pennies. Thanks. Thanks for supporting the channel. And don't feel shy. Guys, type it up. Be active in Discord. If you're beginners, experienced, intermediate traders, feel free to speak your mind in there. That's why we created that Discord channel as well, and we had a lot of people join past few days. So be active in there. So it doesn't look like SPI is going to do anything for us. Maybe the next 2 more minutes it could make a move. Yeah, Casper, I guess I should rephrase that. I guess people may get the wrong idea. Uh, speak your trading mind on stocks. Yeah, just to clear that up, because I guess some certain people will get the wrong idea from that. I'm sure most of you know what I mean. Oh, maybe SPI, maybe. Just as the stream about to wrap up, we're gonna get a move here. Here's 360s again. And back down. So many games here. Each pop sold into, each dip being bought up. Just crazy amount of games being played here on SPI. I'll give it another minute. Maybe we get a break here. Just maybe. Hey, SPI, finally. 370s. About frickin' time. Right about the end of the stream, too. 11:01. Good thing I stayed on one more minute. What timing? I mean, we'll see. I mean, the the trigger for a squeeze, it would be that $4 line. But now you want to see like 360s really start the base now. We don't want to see this thing back in the 350s. Want to see it base 360s now, 370s, and set up for that $4 push. Nice. Gamer trading 10-cent scalps. Perfect. You could definitely do that on a play like this. Buy off the dip of the channel, sell at resistance, buy the dip, sell resistance, buy dip, sell resistance. Not bad. Guess I'll extend the stream for like maybe 5 more minutes. I'll extend it for another 5 more minutes just to see what goes on here. Ah, got you. I thought you were saying you were taking the scalps. A 50K order there on ONTX at 250. 50K order. Uh, I spoke about this topic before. I don't really like speaking about other chat rooms or other traders. Uh, I'll just say this: there's a lot of trading scams out there, a lot of pump rooms. So just be very cautious of who you're trusting. Who you may think in this community is a real legitimate trader. May be fake, and I fell into that trap too when I first started. So I'll just say this. I'm not the biggest fan of the person you mentioned. I'll just leave it at that. But I don't like speaking on any other traders. I respect all traders, but I just don't like speaking too much on others. If you wanna ever DM me and talk about it there, I'll speak in there. But as far as like saying on the mic, I don't really want to do that. Oh wow, SPI. Jeez, I just saw that. Wasn't even paying attention. So SPI there, massive stuff. Looks like it was a bull trap all along. Clearly the seller truest. These true. Stumbled my word right there, but clearly the manipulator showed his true hands here, and looks like it was a bull trap all along. So it happens. So look, it's definitely game over on SPI, and we did talk about this. We did say we may see a little bit of a squeeze, and then gives back again. So SPI, history repeating itself on SPI. But all right. Clint, that's funny, man. Yeah. Him and the other one, I can't stand the ads. Can't stand them. Very, so annoying. I hate those ads. Someone was telling me a way to get rid of them. I gotta look into that, because every day I'm on YouTube, I have to deal with those ads. I hate them. Won't go away. And it gets worse. The holiday sales, forget about it. Every holiday sale. Every holiday sale. Can't stand it. Yeah, I don't even know how to do that. I gotta look into like the ad block. I guess I'm that fool. Yeah, I'm gonna look into doing that. I didn't even know they had something like that. I mean, someone did mention it to me, but I didn't really look into it too much. But I'm gonna get on that tonight, actually. Thank you guys. So I don't have to see those clown YouTube ads. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up in like one more minute. The stream's gone on pretty long. We usually like to go to like 11 latest. All right, yeah. Thanks, guys. Thanks for telling me about the ad block. I'm gonna do that tonight, so I don't have to deal with any more ads. Thanks. But yeah, SPI dying. Looks like things are slowing down now. So I'm gonna wrap it up. Appreciate you all for joining into the stream today. Appreciate it. Appreciate the constant support, you guys. Each and every day. It means a lot to me. And like I said, I'll be over in Discord. Helping you guys out. Feel free if you want to DM me, I'll chat. And sorry if I didn't get to anyone's DMs. I have received a lot more DMs the past few days than usual, so just taking my time to get to each and every one of you. But if I do forget, maybe like a day or two goes by, maybe just shoot me one back saying, "Hey Nick, I think you may have forgot to answer." But make sure I always get to any questions. So that being said, I'm gonna wrap it up, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Peace.